What's up, Pokefans? Pokemon Trainer X here with the next part of the Pokemon Infinity Let's Play. In the last episode, I think we finished the game. We saw the end credits. We basically found out that Professor Thorn is an older version of us, and you is an alternate reality version of us, and that you was trying to prevent Professor Thorn from messing up the multiverse or something, and we had to decide who we wanted to battle really. So we decided that Thorn sounded like the bad guy. We battled him. He brought out a new Pokemon called Archaeos, which we beat, and then after that Archaeos kind of changed the reality or something and made it not exist. We then woke up in a hospital in a coma, and we went back to our family, and then it ended. And then on the restart, we're now back in Professor Thorn's lab, so let's see what's going on here. Whatever is out there is stopping you from going home. Hang on a second. This has taken us back to before we had the big showdown. What? I'm confused. This is literally what we did. So maybe we've got to pick the right choice, which will be fighting you, maybe. Right, then let's skip through this till when we get to make the choice, because we've obviously already gone through all this. So we'll battle you this time. I am too late, he's gotten to you, hasn't he? What a shame. I'm sorry it has to go down this way, X. I can't sit back and let Thorn wreak havoc on the multiverse. So it looks like we're battling the three deities again. It's a double battle, Dragoil and Giratina. I don't mind that too much, because he's now just boosted Shenron. So we'll leech seed the Dragoil, and we'll Dragon Pulse the Giratina. His Shadow sneaks her. Giratina goes down in one shot. Moonlight, what's that? No, we don't want to land. Earthquake, yeah. That kind of makes sense. Palkia, though, we can also Dragon Pulse. Oh, it lives. I didn't expect that. And then Dragoil takes it out for us. I'll take that. Get all our HP back. I think we're gonna go Yin Yang. So out comes Dialga. I think Drain Punch Dialga. And Crunch it maybe. That gets the defense drop, that could be quite key. Still tanks that Drain Punch quite well though. And then Draco Meteor just wipes us. That's fine, we'll go out to Tyrant. Go for an Earthquake. Go for a Wish with Yin Yang. So them two have gone. What's next? Cerebral and Blissey. So I think Blissey's fighting Fairy. Then we just Psychic as well. Just live. Blissey's got a Focus Sash, but Poison Jab will take it down. We just gotta take this out. One more should do. And there you go. So The U was quite easy actually. How could you? It's not possible. You defeated them. Now what am I supposed to do? Your defeat was always inevitable. If it wasn't younger X who showed you defeat, it would have been me. You see, through our main supply and networking infrastructure, we were wiped out. The PC storage system was still intact. It was actually able to sync up with our multiverse storage system right after you upgraded the computer. The multiverse storage is an upgrade I made that gives me access to any Pokemon we've caught from any reality. It was connected just long enough to give... okay, yes, out comes Arceus. And then I'm assuming he's just gonna wipe everything out again. Yeah, reset the reality. So does that mean we're gonna wake up in the hospital again? Just so you know, XO has planned to send you home. This is literally the same. Yeah, exactly the same conversation. Maybe we need to do something different here then in the hospital. Patient information. X rushed in after being found unconscious, currently comatose but shows some brain activity. In case patient awakes, please alert parents immediately. They should be on the site, if not refer to their phone numbers in the patient directory. If the patient wakes up, they must not be allowed to fall back asleep. If not fully recovered, patient may become permanently comatose. Alright. Get well soon cards. Nothing there. It means the world to me that you'd spend so much time here. Thank you. So maybe there's something down here. Emails open. Hey Dr. Wormwood, I had some thoughts on the patient you've been working for the last few weeks. Spoken with a few of my neurologist buddies and they got my gears turning with possible solutions. Contact me at your earliest convenience. Best regards, Dr. Lucy. Newspaper. There's nothing there. We don't want to go that way because we've already done that. Let's try going back to sleep. If you do, there's no guarantee that you'll be able to wake back up. Are you sure you just want to lay down? Yes. Let's see what this does. So this takes us to the end credits as well. Okay. So let's see if anything changes now. Okay, so it's different this time. We've woke up in our home. X, if you're reading this means we have more work to do. Come back to the lab, Thorn. And we've got a Pikachu plush doll. Congrats to the Ego champion, Wormwood. Okay. So, hang on a minute. I've got no Pokemon. How am I supposed to get to the lab? Lucy. Hey X, or should I greet you as Trident Champion now? Professor Wormwood wanted me to keep an eye out for you. Said he has something for you once you go to his lab. I know what it is, but I'm not going to ruin the surprise. So is he going to give us another Pokemon? Please don't tell me we've got to do the whole thing again. Nice to see you. I was worried you had forgotten about us after becoming the Trident Champion. Haha, just kidding. I know you wouldn't let something like that go to your head. I'm glad you stopped by though. I'm just wrapping up the Ego Trainer orientation, where I give new and upcoming trainers their first Pokemon. I just so happen to have 2 Pokemon left, and they're the ones you didn't choose when you first left my lab. I figured the best person to raise them would be the one that just became a champion. That's you. Okay, we've got Bulbasaur. We'll call him Rocky. And then we got the Squirtle as well. No, we'll go Goku because he flies a cloud at one point. I know they'll do great with you. Maybe they'll end up in the next Trident tournament. Speaking of, it sounds like the tournament was such a big hit that the cruise line from Kanto was docked in Hazeport City. The SSN is a world-trotting cruise line. I believe it just stopped at Sinnoh before docking here. Keep at it, X, you're making everyone proud. Okay, so that must mean that there's going to be appearances from Kanto people and Sinnoh. It's blatantly going to be Cynthia. But yeah, we've got 2 new Pokemon level 5. Rough Skin and Overcoat. Not bad, not bad. So let's make our way to Professor Thorn then, I suppose, see what's going on. Moonstone Path. So we don't have to battle these again. But we do have to battle you. Okay then, so continuing on. Don't have a battle there. Let's continue up here. We can't even surf or anything because we haven't got our Pokemon. Hollywood. You're telling me that we can't escape? There we go. So back at Merchant's Ridge. Grab that apricorn. Can we buy anything new here? We'll get some quick balls because we ain't got no. Got a lot of money. And we've got another trainer battle. Oh, there's an item there that we haven't got. It's just an awakening, nothing special. And what do you sell? It's just the items for the EVs. Why would you buy a pearl and a nugget? Like, just does not make sense. Get some max revives though. Might as well get some of these as well. Waste all our money. I'm not sure if this woman was here before. After I picked my Eevee up from the daycare in Hazeport, I wanted to treat her to her favourite snack, a Mickleberry. I didn't have any Mickleberries, so we came all the way up here, and the merchants don't have any either. I feel like I let her down. Oh, you have a Mickleberry? I bet Eevee would love it. If you feed the berry to Eevee, I'd be willing to give you something in return. Okay then, let's see what we get. And thank you so much for treating my Eevee with a favourite berry. You can have one of the eggs I picked up from the daycare in return. Assuming that's going to be an Eevee egg. If you had an Eevee at the daycare and you've now got an egg. And he's nothing new. So back at Sea Ridge Town. Might as well just walk all the way through here. Straight into a bar. Okay then, so continue on to Professor Thorn. Did he have a Butterfree all along? That might be something new. Now I've got to try and remember the quickest way there. We've got a white apricorn from here. And another trainer battle. Right then, I think that should be the last one. Oh, I actually thought we was at the lab already. No, this is it. So let's try and navigate this without any encounters if possible. Did we go up? Yeah, there we go. I'll grab that red apricorn. And of course we have an encounter. Okay, so I think that's all the trainers. Now we can just head up to here. Speak to Professor Thorn and see what's going on. X, what a bit of a sweet surprise. The fact that you're here means I failed. I suppose I owe you an explanation. I figured out a long time ago that all of this was just in our head. Time is different here, so it's hard to say for certain just how long we've been perceiving all this, but it feels like decades. For you, it probably feels more like it's been about 12 hours and 13 minutes, just as a rough estimate. See, my journey started out just like yours. Woke up in Genesis Forest, went back to Hadus Town, got a starter Pokemon, so on and so forth. Except there was no Professor Thorn. This hilltop used to be barren. My journey took me around Ego, collecting the badges, exploring the places, doing the classic sequence of events of an ideal Pokemon adventure. I did eventually come face to face with the space-time deities, and I bested them on several occasions. I went on space adventures with Palkia, travelled through time with Dialga, didn't do a whole lot with Giratina, that one is a bit too unsettling to be around for me. Then on one occasion where I did have all three of them by my side, we started on the path of breaking open the multiverse. When working with just Dialga, it is difficult to create divergent timelines because Dialga likes to keep things in order. But with the space energy of Palkia and dark energy of Giratina, we were able to make the first alternate timeline. I had them send me back to create a new timeline in which I got to work with a younger version of myself. Knowing what I had learned from my few years of adventuring around Ego, I was able to help my younger self grow and progress more efficiently. Then working together we did it again. We continued making branching timelines just to explore and discover all we could in this fantastical world. But one day we hit the limit. We made one too many branch timelines. Unbeknownst to us at the time, there is a Pokemon that is higher than Arceus, one that come before it. I've named it Arceus. It can exist through all dimensions but prefers to stay in the void around our reality. It lays eggs. Sorry about that. It lays eggs in that void. From those eggs come new universes and an Arceus to go with it. When we created the branching timelines, it started to disrupt the dark space that Arceus and the other universes inhabited. So Arceus intervened to see what was going on, and in the battle that followed, Arceus reset our reality, realigning the timeline and setting things right. Before waking up from the reset, for a brief moment, I could hear my parents' voices. They were telling me to wake up and that they'd be there with me until I woke up. And when I finally was able to wake up, I was in Genesis Forest again. I knew what I heard, and I knew this time around that I was experiencing in Ego wasn't real. But I went along with it anyway, because I figured if I'm going to be here, I might as well enjoy myself. Why wake up when the reality I'm experiencing right now is more comforting and enjoyable than the one that I call home? So I stayed here for years, repeating the same adventures, talking to the same people who always said the same things. I have fought Arceus dozens of times now and have existed in thousands of alternate timelines. I will travel to a time before young me originally arrived and establish myself as Professor Thorn, the new ecstatic professor to the region. I continued to do that for years while still traversing time and space with your help. And one day, I realised that I had to put an end to it, that I had my fill of ego. It was time to finally wake up. I thought that if I could give you the adventure we created and ended with a big climatic battle, it would satisfy us enough to snap out of it. I'd hoped that in the transition after the reset I would have convinced you once and for all to wake up and go home. But here you are yet again. Not satisfied with your own world, so you've returned to the one we made up. I suppose we just move ahead with what we always do then. Finish exploring Ego and any other realities within reach. Since I've used Arceus to reset reality, we shouldn't have to worry about Team Fate interfering for quite some time. In this reality, you just became the Trident Tower champion. No one in Ego knows about what happened with future you or the space-time deities. I also went ahead and returned the trophy to the museum with a new piece of Arcanium that looks just like the Chaos Shard. They didn't seem to notice. So I guess you're kinda free to do whatever now. When you want, come meet me in the lab. I have some cool upgrades to show you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but that has frazzled my brain. You still can't go to the PC. We'll quickly rest up and then we'll go and speak to the professor. Yeah, so we're basically stuck in a loop, but we've decided to continue on with the loop. It's quite an interesting way of doing it. There are two main upgrades that I think you'll appreciate, but you have to step into the machine to see them. Okay, let's see what these are. I want to know if I get my old team back. Initializing space bending protocol, quantifying biological molecular values, digitizing, and we're back in the digi world. Oh, this is different. Welcome to the virtual briefing room. This is upgrade number 1. I've created an efficient user interface to aid you in traversing the multiverse. From now on you can come and go as you please when it comes to reality hopping missions. This will be kind of like your headquarters, to see what scenarios are available for you to take part in. At the back wall there are nodes that you can use to access the PC or heal your team. As you're out and about in Ego, I'll be able to keep it updated with any new realities we uncover. That's where upgrade number 2 comes into play, the exosuit. The suit you're wearing has been upgraded. You can now wear it when you leave here, assuming you don't care if people stare at you. The upgraded suit has a pathfinding feature that will help you scale the sides of cliffs. I call it the rock climb feature. Okay, so that's how we climb the cliffs then. It's also been insulated to protect you from extreme temperatures. Any place that would normally be too hot or cold is now accessible. It's got a built-in thermal scanner as well, which would allow you to see things that would normally be invisible. Might be good for hunting Kecleon. I might do that actually, because Kecleon's got a fake evolution in this. And that's it. Take a look around and see if there are any missions you want to partake in, or take the suit for a test drive out around Ego. The choice is yours, X. And I was able to recover some TMs you seem to have lost in the transition back. I've added those to your inventory. I'll be on the other end of the computer if you need me. What's this? Oh yes, I almost forgot about that. It seems like shortly after you update the computer, some sort of an egg materialised. I've been able to deduce that it was generated from some sort of malfunction in the code. I urge you to take it. Who knows what may hatch from it. We've got a digital egg. I actually have no idea what that could be. Maybe no, it can't be a Porygon because we've already got the Porygon X. We'll keep it and just find out what's going on. So this is the only mission at the moment. Archaeos generally keeps to itself until it senses a disruption in the flow of the multiverse. So if you want a chance to capture it yourself, we're going to have to do a bit of reality hopping to get its attention. We should only have to do a little bit of it because I know of a more efficient way to summon Archaeos. I'm going to put some tasks on display that you'll be able to interact with to get more direction. Oh, okay, there we go. So we've got 2 main things to accomplish if you want to face Archaeos. We'll need to jump from our dimension to another in order to start causing a disruption in the flow of reality. It won't take much. I've got 2 missions ready that will help us with that. Just need to find one more. The other task is that you have to obtain and learn how to play the Azure flute. Don't worry, as long as you're wearing the exosuit, you'll be able to help you play any tune you hear automatically. The last place we saw the Azure flute was with Koba for the summoning of Palkia for the Chorus Festival. If you're lucky, maybe you can convince him to give it to you, if he still has it. Once you've got the flute, seek out a competent flute player while wearing the exosuit so that you can learn how to play like the musician. For both of these things I would start off in Echo Rock Town. Check out the other available tasks, some of them will be necessary in getting to Archaeos. Okay, so what's this one? This looks like a Master Ball. This mission will help in 2 ways, causing a small disruption in reality to attract Archaeos and help us get an item that will help us capture Archaeos. The production of Master Balls was shut down years ago, and that's the only thing that we know can capture Archaeos for sure. We need some other materials as well, but I will be creating a new ball specifically to capture Archaeos. In order to do that I need the programming blueprint from an original Master Ball. So I'm going to send you back to a location in our timeline that I know for sure had a Master Ball. All you gotta do is drop in, get the ball and come back. We can even hook into their warping tech to make it easier on my end. So we're not going to do that yet. What is this? Now this mission is definitely optional in our pursuit of Archaeos, but not necessary. Now that you're fully conscious of the dreamlike reality that you're in, you've awakened the Ego Guardians, Mesprit, Azelf and Uxie. They have the power to calm the space-time deities using the red shards that they can conjure up. If we can get our hands on some of the shards that they leave behind, I can use it to craft a Pokeball powerful enough to capture Archaeos without fail. If you can find these mythical Pokemon, they may be able to grant you with the red shards we need. Okay. And then this looks like the starters. Oh yes, the Kanto. Oh yes, Kanto starter Pokemon. You know, one of the first pieces of evidence that we were dreaming was the starters given to us by Wormwood. We know for a fact that Bulbasaur, Charmander and Squirtle are not supposed to look the way they do here in Ego. As I said before, the nature of dreams, a series of minor surreal inconsistencies that we subconsciously ignore. Perhaps just another natural Perhaps just another natural mechanism to keep the dream going. I digress. I figured we should take a few minutes to go and nab us the original Kanto starters. Don't worry though, it is technically theft. It will just result in one of the many timelines where Red partners with Pikachu. I'm confused there. Because this is a different reality altogether, you will not be able to bring your team with. I'm working on a fix for that, but you shouldn't even need them in this case. You will just be dropped into Pallet Town at an opportune time to grab the Pokeballs therein. We'll pass for now. So yeah, we're gonna end the episode there. Looks like there's quite a bit to do. Now we've got rock climb as well. There's a lot of places to explore, and to be fair, there's a load of caves that I haven't even been in yet. I'm assuming they're probably gonna have legendaries or something in it, and we're obviously gonna have to track down Mesprit, Uxie and Azelf for this ball that can catch Archaeos without fail. Although I'm sure Master Ball would do the exact same thing, but you never know. So yeah, next episode we'll probably start off with these starters, because from the sounds of it we literally just get dropped off, pick the balls up and come back, and then after that we'll probably do the Master Ball. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you all for what looks like the post game.